Hello and welcome to another episode of Bare Bones Wargaming, a show with no bells, no whistles, no frills, just a man, a camera, and his game. On this episode, taking a look at a game that caught my eye on BGG's Wargames on Your Table list this past month. It's a game about a topic that I've always been interested in, but it's been hard to find a game that suits me, so to speak. This is one of those topics that, or I should say, a situation where, and I'm sure you guys have had this before too, where you're looking for a game that less is more. You know, you don't want a huge monster, order of battle kind of game and stuff. So you're looking for something a little bit simpler, a little bit on the lighter side, so to speak. So I checked this out. I checked out the rule book, decided to go ahead and give it a go, and I hope to do a video about it here sometime shortly. So let's unbox it, because I know it's kind of hard to find, I think. And that's Arnhem 44, Operation Market Garden by MDVC Games. Just showed up today. So, let's cut the plastic here, and we'll see what is on the inside. It's a big box too. It's very heavy, but I know it comes with a boatload of dice according to the description. So more about that here as we open it up and take a look inside, but I'm literally taking away the plastic here. Alright, there we are. So let's take a look and see what do we got inside the box. Oh, nice thick lid. Very interesting kind of lid. Alright, we have inside the box, we have a rule book. Now I understand the original rule book is not exactly the world's greatest. I printed the latest one offline. In terms of translation, I think that there were some issues and such. I have not found a whole lot of issues yet, but I haven't got into the game yet either, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But as you can see, there's some color photos here for this rule book. It's not super fancy. There's some illustrations, small Bailey bridge, large Bailey bridge, which of course you need. There's some examples of combat, so maybe this is the updated one, because this is what I've seen offline. I wasn't sure what was going to be inside here, but it doesn't indicate that it's like second edition or anything. So, no copyright or anything about that. Okay. Alright, let's keep going here. We have, let's see, we have a sealed pack here. Let's see what's inside the pack. Alright. We have, if I can get it open, I really hate these little bags, so I usually end up getting rid of them, and I use sandwich bags for the most part for storing my games. There's some cards here for the different units: the 101st, the 1st Polish Brigade, 1st British Airborne Division, the 82nd Airborne, the All-American Division. Okay, and then some other markers here. Looks like day and night marker there. Okay. We've got some cards. We've got an action card here about what you can do and during what phase. Okay. And then over here we got bridges. Value, that must be victory points, I'm assuming, which Arnhem's worth 42 victory points, so I guess that makes sense, right? And we got set up here what the German player gets to do. And got the 1st Airborne Division for this card. Okay. Bunch of baggies, which I really won't use. Then we've got a bunch of 10-sided dice. Green, white, black. Okay. We've got, these all have plastic minis, so these are the bridges, which you use either by themselves or in combination to make bigger bridges, on my understanding. Here are the tanks. Very small. Here is, let's see, infantry for the Germans. And infantry looks like for the British. I believe the British are the tan ones. And artillery, which also, when they're in the same space as the enemy, from the rolls they take on anti-tank gun roll, is the German one. German tanks. U.S. tanks. Look at that little bitty package. Hardly any U.S. anti-tank guns. Artillery pieces either. Interesting. I mean, I guess this was basically a British show. 30 Corps, right? So most of the Americans... there we go again. Hasn't been a good day. Most of the Americans are going to be airborne units, I'm sure. Okay, let's see what else we have here in the box. We have a bunch of counters here, and I just figured something out. I gotta go solve it. More about that later. And then we got the board, which is in a couple of pieces here. It's a couple of sections. It's a very large board. Here's one port here with the different spaces here. The hits on the units are random, so that's what this is for down here. And then over here, somebody said this reminded them of the Tet Offensive, the GDW game. And my response to that, of course, is anytime anybody complains about a map, my response always to that is the same. I can play any game on any map because I've played this one. And if you know anything about that Bar-Lev map, whew, you can signal people from space. If aliens were planning on invading, saw that map, they'd be like, holy crap, it's some kind of weapon, man, we better beat it. So it's a nice sturdy board. It's very heavy. It's mounted. And whoops, I got it flipped around the wrong way. So there we go. It's a very long board too, you can see. And you can see up here, here's Arnhem, Nijmegen down here, and of course other places. So it's not the most aesthetically pleasing map, but hey, you know, it works. It gets the job done. And the counters in here, you've got different ones. Supplies, ferries being destroyed. Ooh, the counters are kind of paper thin though. Ooh, they're not very nice counters. Okay, so that's what's inside this game if you decide you want to take a look at it. Again, I know it's a little pricey and or hard to get. Some people have stumbled across it fortuitously, but that's the deal here with this. So, that's what's inside the box. Lots of plastic things. Some people talk to being like Axis and Allies. I've not always been the biggest fan of Axis and Allies, but I'll be honest. Excuse me. I have... I've read the rules, and I like what I see. And again, this is kind of a thing for me where less is more. So I'm hoping this will be my Arnhem game. This will be the one that I really want to use for it. So we're going to give it a go. And we'll see how it ends up being in the end. So, alright, so there you go. Arnhem 44, Operation Market Garden, with plastic minis. And it is kind of Axis and Allies type rules, but there's more depth to it than that. Excuse me. Which is what drew my attention to it. So this is Tim Korchnoi from Bare Bones Wargaming, saying thanks for watching. And I'll return again with another unboxing video, an update kit one, which I think is sometimes important to do, so that people who have the base game, they can see if they really want to get the update game or not. As always, thanks for watching. And again, after that unboxing video, I'm hoping to do a playthrough, a couple turns anyway, of this game. We'll see how it goes. There's a lot of phases for each turn, so maybe a turn. But we'll see. As always, thanks for watching.